Jake and I met in college. He was my first love, charming, impulsive, with this infectious laugh that made everything brighter. We dated for 3 years, living in a tiny apartment, dreaming of traveling the world. But Jake had demons, undiagnosed anxiety, a tendency to self-sabotage. He'd push me away during his dark moments, and I'd pull him back. It was exhausting but passionate. In our final year, he broke up with me out of nowhere, saying he needed to figure himself out. I was devastated. He moved across the country, and I didn't hear from him for years. I moved on, or so I thought. Enter Mark. He was everything Jake wasn't. Steady, predictable, safe. We met at work, bonded over bad coffee, and started dating. He proposed after 18 months, and I said yes, thinking I'd finally found my forever. But Jake was always in the back of my mind, like a song you can't unhear. Last spring, I got a DM from Jake on Instagram. My heart stopped. It had been 5 years since we'd spoken. He said he was married now, to Lila, 28, and living back in our city. He wanted to meet for coffee, just to catch up. I should have said no, but curiosity, and maybe something deeper, got the better of me. We met at a quiet cafe. Jake looked different, older, tired, but still had that spark. He told me he'd married Lila 2 years ago, but things were falling apart. She was kind but controlling, and he felt trapped. He admitted he'd been thinking about me, wondering what if. I told him about Mark, showed him my engagement ring. He smiled, but his eyes were sad. We parted ways, promising to stay in touch. I went home and cried, not knowing why. Over the next few months, Jake kept texting. Innocent stuff at first, memes, old college stories. But it escalated. He'd vent about Lila, how she didn't get him like I did. I knew it was wrong, but I didn't stop him. It felt like closure I never got. Mark noticed I was distracted but chalked it up to wedding stress. I didn't correct him. 4 months ago, Jake called me late, drunk and crying. He said Lila had found his old journal where he'd written about me, how I was the one, and how he'd screwed it up. Lila gave him an ultimatum: cut contact with me, or she'd leave. Jake said he couldn't lose her, but he also couldn't let go of me. He begged me to meet him, saying he needed to see me one last time. I went. Stupid, I know. We met at a park, and he poured his heart out, how he never stopped loving me, how Lila was good but not me. I was shaking, torn between the past and my future with Mark. Then he kissed me. For a moment, I let it happen, swept up in memories. But I pulled away, told him it was wrong, and left. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept seeing Mark's face, imagining him finding out. I realized I wasn't over Jake, and that wasn't fair to Mark. The next day, I told Mark everything. Jake's messages, the meetups, the kiss. He was crushed. He asked if I still loved Jake. I couldn't lie. I said I didn't know. Mark took off his ring and left. We were done. I knew Jake's marriage was on the brink. Lila had texted me. She got my number from Jake's phone. Furious, calling me a homewrecker. I felt like garbage. I decided I had to fix this, not for me, but for Jake. I loved him enough to want him to be okay, even if it wasn't with me. I met Lila and told her the truth. Jake and I had history, but the kiss was a mistake, and I was out of his life for good. I showed her Jake's texts, proving he was conflicted, but wanted to save their marriage. I apologized, crying, and begged her to give him a chance. She was cold, but listened. A week later, Jake texted me, saying Lila had agreed to couples therapy. He thanked me, said I'd saved him. I blocked him after that. Mark won't speak to me. I don't blame him. I'm in therapy, trying to figure out why I let Jake back into my life. I keep wondering if I threw away a good man for a ghost. Jake and Lila are still together from what I hear. I'm happy for them, I guess, but it hurts. I feel like I sacrificed my future to fix their past. Reddit? What do I do? Am I an idiot for ending things with Mark? Should I try to get him back, or is that selfish? And why can't I let go of Jake even now? I need your brutal honesty. Mark won't speak to me. I don't blame him. I'm in therapy trying to figure out why I let Jake back into my life. I keep wondering if I threw away a good man for a ghost. Jake and Lila are still together from what I hear. I'm happy for them, I guess, but it hurts. I feel like I sacrificed my future to fix their past. What do I do? Am I an idiot for ending things with Mark? Should I try to get him back, or is that selfish? And why can't I let go of Jake even now? I need your brutal honesty. Mark still won't talk to me, and I can't blame him. Jake manipulated me, and I fell for it, costing me my future. Lila and Ryan are in therapy per a mutual friend. I'm in therapy too, grappling with how I let Jake's deception ruin my life. Was his love ever real, or was I just a pawn? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video.